Okay, hello everyone. Today I want to telling you how to set up interVLAN routing on Cisco Packet Tracer. This this interVLAN routing is fundamental on CCNA certification. So as you can see here, I have two VLAN on a switch. There is VLAN 10 with then I will name it Lorem with the IP pool 192.168.10.0/24. And next we have VLAN 20 and I will name it Ipsum. For the IP itself, I will give it 192.168.20.24. .0/24. So for the configuration, firstly we must set up on the switch. Firstly we must enter the global configuration using enable then configure terminal. Next, after that, we must set up the interface itself. So as you can see here, for the VLAN 10 is on interface fast Ethernet 0/1. First, we must set up the VLAN itself. Then name it with lorem. Then exit. Next, we create the VLAN 20 and name it Ipsum. Then after that, we we set up the interface. So for this interface, we'll using the VLAN 10. For the command itself, interface VLAN, sorry, interface fast Ethernet 0/1. Then switch port mode access. Next, switch port access VLAN 10. This is optional, but I do recommend to set up spanning tree port fast for end device by using command spanning tree port fast. Next, after that, we can exit from that interface. Next, we set up on VLAN 20. And for the VLAN 20 itself is on fast Ethernet 0/2. So we enter interface fast Ethernet 0/2 like on interface FA 0/1. We set up switch port mode access, then switch port access VLAN 20. Next, this is optional, but I recommend again to set up spanning tree port fast because we just connect it to end device. Next, after two of these VLAN has been created and connected, we set up VLAN interface trunk to the router. So we enter the interface. The interface to the router is gigabit Ethernet 0/1. So interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Next, we set up switch port mode trunk. Next, after that, the interface should be connected now. Now, for the router, we must enter the global configuration first. Next, secondly we must turn the interface on because by default it's off by using this command interface small shutdown. So for the command itself is interface, enter the interface, then no shutdown. So as you can see here, the interface has been turned on. Next, after that, we exit from interface, then we enter the sub interface of the gigabit Ethernet itself by using this command interface gig 0/0 dot 10. Why dot 10? because it's for the sub interface itself. Next, we must enter encapsulation dot one key 10. Why? Because this command is to telling the router that we want to connect to VLAN 10. Next, after that, we set up IP address. The IP address itself is for the gateway for the router. Uh, and if we follow the topology for the VLAN 10, it will be 192.168.10.1. Next, for the subnet. Then after that, we can exit. Next, we set up for the interface for the VLAN 20 by using interface G0/0.20. This will create the sub interface of gigabit Ethernet 0/0.20. Next, encapsulation .1 key 20. After that, we set up IP address 192.168.20.1, and next for the subnet. Then after that, we've successfully set up the inter-VLAN routing. From here, if we set up static IP on the PC, on both PC, we can ping each other. But because I want to use the DHCP server on the router, so we must set up IP DHCP pool VLAN 10. So for this command, this will create a DHCP pool. So this telling what IP will be given to both of these VLAN. And for the VLAN 10 itself is for the name to separate the pool. Next, we set up default router with our IP address. Because this is on VLAN 10, I will set up default router for gateway VLAN 10. Next, after that, we set up the network. So for this is from for this is to telling from where to where that the IP will be given. So for the configuration itself, you can follow this command. After that, we could exit, and if we get to this PC and enter the DHCP for the IP configuration, the DHCP request will be successful. And for the VLAN 20 itself, it will be the same configuration. IP DHCP pool VLAN 20. Then default router 192.168.20.1, and for the network is using 192.168.20.0, and the subnet we use /24 prefix. So if we check on this PC, the DHCP request is getting successfully. So the PC itself is getting its IP. So if we want to pinging from this PC to this PC, maybe first it will be failed. But if we retry it, it will be successful. We can also ping to the router itself, and even on this PC too. The ping will be successful. And maybe that's all what I can tell to you. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.